and with his other hand, he had a boxing glove on. He would sucker punch you.
Yeah.
So as the water hit your face, the other side to slow mo your whole face,
that was so
and
good.
it was called the Rocky, and they did it in slow motion. This super slow motion face punch set to the Rocky theme music. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And now when Bam did it to me, it was a real pisser, because I had this idea that I pitched. I said, "Hey dudes, I want to shoot my nipple off with a BB gun."
God.
Right?
God
and like,
damn,
and everybody said, "Oh, no, dude, that's too dark." You know, but it wasn't
too dark.
It wasn't as much that it was too dark. It was just that, like, there's legal implications when something is imitatable, and particularly if you're going to involve a gun and shooting someone on purpose, let alone in the chest. That's where the problems were. Even though they knew they would never use.
Ooh, Steve-O.
Even though they knew they would never use the part where I got shot in the nipple with the BB gun, they said, "Okay, well, let them do it anyway, because it's a convenient way to keep me standing in one place in front of the slow motion camera, so that Bam can sneak up and
do the Rocky."
Right. So we set it all up, and we got all the guys. Wee Man shoots this BB into my nipple, and it's still in there. Like, to this day, it's been in there ever since, and I've never taken it out. I love it so much. My little BB nipple.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, dude. You're like.
All right. This is for the BB. Oh, weird.
Yeah, it's in there, huh?
Weird.
Okay, so now Wee Man shoots the BB. My nipple's all pointed. I'm standing there checking it out. I'm thinking, oh, it's so cool that it stayed in. Like, I get to keep it. And Bam sneaks up, throws the water in my face. He fucking punches me, and he actually did it not in front of the fucking slow motion camera, which sucks. And he completely broke my nose. Like, that was the first time I
Remember when Johnny Knoxville let, what was his name, Butterbean beat the shit out of him?
Yeah.
Fuck, how can you do that, Butterbean? He cracked his head open.
It's insane.
I think he hit his head harder on the floor too.
Yeah.
But
well, I want to ask you about that.
okay,
but you finished.
so this was the first time I broke my nose, and I was really pissed off at Bam, and because he didn't do it on the slow motion camera, and because there was this continuity thing with all this blood coming out of my nipple, like, the footage didn't get used. The footage didn't fucking get used at all. So it happened for fucking nothing, and I was so pissed off about it, and I didn't know. Like, I just sort of stewed about it. I waited 2 months. It was 2 months before I finally snapped, and I said, "Fucking, I'm getting my nose fixed, and the fucking movie's gonna pay for it." Right? And so I tell the you know, whatever the movie office is, I'm going to this fucking fancy Beverly Hills nose doctor, and you motherfuckers are paying for it, you fucking assholes. And so I go to this doctor with my crooked nose. My broken fucking crooked nose, and the doctor tells me, he says, "Yo, I would love to help you, but it's been 2 months, idiot. It's fucking healed that way.
Done.
It's healed that way, right?"
No.
So this is what the doctor says. He says, I could fix it, but because it's healed that way, the only way I can fix it is to re-break it. The guy says, with a fucking chisel. He says, I gotta re-break it with a chisel, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm good. I'm like, fuck that, I'm good. And so I just lived with my crooked ass nose for another, like, year, maybe a little more than a year. And then comes the Mike Tyson fucking right? And so I showed up at the Charlie Sheen roast with a crooked ass nose, right? And all I was trying to do was
You had been loaded then. Were you loaded?
No, I wasn't.
You're so holy.
I was completely sober. And I showed up with the fucking roast with a crooked nose. All I was trying to do was get a black eye with Mike. But when I dove into his fist, and I just, like, I don't know, I got my nose on it. I think Mike might have leaned into it. Mike's a solid guy. Mike's a solid guy.
Yeah.
So my nose was so fucking broken. It was significantly more broken when I did it with Mike. But what it was, like, here, I crumple him on the ground. William Shatner is like, "What the fuck? My nose is gushing blood." I can tell just without, like, looking in a mirror. I can see just with what my eyes can see, my nose is nowhere near in the fucking right place, dude. My nose was parked under my right eye. I mean, it was dramatically fucking broken, and that was the last thing that happened on the stage. So it's like, okay, now the show's over and everybody's getting up and starting to leave. But then like I hear this guy saying Steve-O in the crowd, like while everyone's milling around, like the show's over, but this guy's just charging towards the stage. He's like, Steve-O, your nose needs to be set right now, right? And because of my experience with the fucking nose doctor in Beverly Hills, I know that to be true. So I'm like, okay, wait, there's something to this. This guy knows what he's talking about. So I'm like paying attention, like, okay. The guy goes, your nose needs to be set right now. And he comes up to the stage and I'm like, all right, talk to me. Like what do I do? And he goes, don't worry, I'm a kung fu instructor.
Oh no!
He says, don't worry.
Oh
He goes,
no!
I'm a kung fu instructor. I've set like 20 broken noses. I know what I'm doing.
Oh my God.
But you kind of believed him, though, right?
I totally believed
him. Did he do it?
I totally believed him.
I believed him. A kung fu expert. Yes, help me.
Yeah, and it's like I had to make the decision on the spot right there, and I'm like, all right, well, going to the hospital and getting it taken care of professionally just sounds like a fucking pain in the ass. This is just not. This is way more convenient. I got nothing to lose. It's not like he's gonna make it look any worse because it was so bad. So I just sat on the edge of the stage and I trusted this weird kung fu guy who turned out to be a really nice guy, but like he just puts a thumb on either side and he's just just wrenches it and fixes. And dude, I'll be damned if that fucking guy did not fix my nose completely perfect to where I showed up at that roast that night with a crooked nose. I got a Mike Tyson kung fu nose job, and I left with my nose perfectly fucking straight, and I got it done for free. It's the greatest story ever. And
That's genius.
And Mike, if I didn't break my nose on your fist, it would still be crooked.
What? You fixed it.
You fixed my face, Mike.
Thank God, man. Thank God. Yes.
Yeah. I put together this whole.
Man, I couldn't believe that night.
I put together
that's
this whole before and after. There was like when it was broken from Bam, and then like how it healed crooked, and then when it was broken from Mike, and then how it fixed after that. It's the great. I'll repost it, man.
Hey,
I'll
so awesome.
post it again to promote this. And if anybody wants to see these before and after photos, this 4-photo sequence, it's unbelievable.
Yes.
Go to my Instagram.
Well, Steve, what happened to make you decide to just go straight?
Oh my God, that was like almost not even my choice. I had an intervention like that was in Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah.
Put it all together, and it wasn't the kind of like on TV when you watch an intervention, they ask, "Are you willing to accept help?" You know, like, will you go to